Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to World of Horror. It's a brand new episode. I do apologize for this one being late, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna play some Kyrie today, and yeah, we're gonna do some Kyrie, probably just hunted by the cult. You would think that a teen witch would get hunted by the cult. That sounds rather appropriate, because she's like a non-believer who practices the heretical magics. She's a psyker, dude. Kyrie is a psyker. Probably not a very good one, which is a rude thing to say, but I don't think she's like an alpha class psyker 2 or whatever the Inquisitors are called. Anyways, here we go. She can probably channel Smite. And maybe a psychic power. Who knows? I mean, she's got 2 spells right now, so that's pretty impressive already. But anyways, second enemy. Light source, knowledge, strength, dexterity. Okay. It is what it is. So we've got the left side and then top right, by the way. And what we can do with that is, I mean, I like leveling up strength as Kyrie. Library Notes is very fun, because once we get self-therapy, we can infinitely reroll for spells, which, if we were greedy, is a basically instant win. Well, not an instant win, it is quite a delayed win, due to how the library notes kind of work. But, you know, we can, I'll roll one more time. Expel Evil is exactly what I was looking for, because now the bathtub will heal that as well. We're probably going to get rid of Mind Drain because it's bad. We don't need both Thread of Fate and Ashen Contract, and I think... Well, actually, maybe we do. Maybe we want to use both of them. Well, anyways, we'll just, we'll go ahead and take... we'll go ahead and take Reason here, because we did lose a lot of Reason. Moriko first try, you love to see it. What I think I'll do is, for the first 2 fights, or for fights that are tough, we'll use... Okay, so we've got 1 Roads Closed. We have 1 Roads Closed and Akamanto. So here's what we're gonna do. This is a little bit controversial, but we're gonna go to Akamanto first, and I'll explain why in a minute. But we're gonna first get a tree. Money, hunger is completely irrelevant, because we are never going to... We don't have any reason to level up Charisma at all, so we'll just go through the game. So, technically speaking, I will take Fondest Memory here. That's a little bit weird, but we do have Akamanto, so we're going to take -5 stamina. So do keep that in mind. But, so on Ath Yulazath, I'm pretty sure... Seal of Bramel, +1 knowledge. I mean, why not, right? What's the worst that could happen? Ath Yulazath could use my magic power as a beacon to lure him closer to the world, and then he could devour us all. That is definitely not something that could happen. I don't understand why you're paranoid about this. So we can do 14 damage, which is not good enough. I think this is a certified one of these moment. We'll go ahead and use Ashen Contract, why not? Yeah, so that's 7% Doom. I think Thread of Fate is only 5 when you cast it. So on Ath Yulazath, Thread of Fate is objectively better in a lot of ways. Well, not really, because it only works on humans, but humans are nasty. Humans are scary. Okay, so it's Obsessed Man. We actually might be able to make something work here, because it is just 3 stamina. Unfortunately, we can't break the game just yet, but... Okay, that's very bad. We should have just done that to begin with, but I was willing to take 3 stamina. So, I think we live no matter what. And we're gonna take... Here, let's go ahead and... Let's do it. Because even if we take... Okay, I mean, that's just great. But even if we take -2 stamina from like a cadaver or something, we go down to 7. And then even if Akamanto decides he wants to do -6, we're still fine. So as long as we don't opt into taking more than 2 stamina damage, we're gonna live. So goodbye. So this should only do 5%, so we should be at 28. Yeah. So Threat of Fate for killing human enemies is better than Ashen Contract, but Ashen Contract works on everything that's not Eldritch, while Threat of Fate only works on humans. So there is a significant difference. We will go ahead and take Reason here, and what we're gonna do is probably... Do we wear the Crestfallen Mask already? I don't know. Like, there are ways to bypass it if we need to get rid of it, but I can't imagine... I mean, we'd rather just wear the hoodie, right? Yeah, Obsessed Man, by the way. Just so you remember. That'll be on the test later. So, yeah, I think we'd just rather wear the hoodie for now. If we can even get the hoodie. Okay, maybe we're gonna want to wear the Akamanto mask, because we are invoking so much doom here. Like, we have opted in to probably about, like, 3 or 4 vital clues worth of doom here. And that should probably frighten you, because it frightens me a little bit. Like, the game could turn on us real quick. But it is really funny that we have 10 knowledge, and we haven't even put a single... That's bad. We haven't even put a single point into it yet. I will not spend a fund on a dog. I will not let dog get that item, and I will not help dog with a Rubik's Cube. I refuse. So, we run, obviously. And actually, I just realized we leveled up now. Like, we have 10 knowledge, and we haven't even leveled up yet, which is really funny. Let's go ahead and, like, keep this train going. We have 12 knowledge at level 2. So, that is hilarious. Get a grip, please. And there we go. So, we're probably gonna... We might actually run from this, to be honest with you. Which, if that's the case, then we should have leveled up strength. But I wanted to embrace the meme a little bit. So, hold on. So, I mean, 85% chances is not bad. And we're pretty healthy, so I think that's a risk that we're willing to take. So we'll go ahead and see, like, what the... Like, I have no idea how the calculation works when it comes to calculating how much damage you do to attack the cultist. Like, sometimes you do 5, and sometimes you do 3, which is completely unacceptable. 4 is workable. 4 is definitely workable. So we take 6% Doom to get the best item in the game. That you can do that. That's perfectly fine. Now we might also get injured for some reason. Oh no, I think that was because we had a hasty aid from the guys in the forest that one time, but it's a little bit better to do 6% Doom, because with Hunted by the Cult we get -1 Doom. So we basically take 5% Doom, which is what we would have took, I should say, if we did the... What's it called? I wonder if there's any tech that if we just ran, because running is a flat 5% Doom. I wonder if there's tech that you can do where you can equip the hoodie for a check and then immediately switch back to the Crestfallen Mask. Because I know that if you... Like, I'm pretty sure if you take the Crestfallen Mask off, like, equip something different, that's when you get the status effect. But here's the thing. If we used... Let me check something. If we use the Spiral Hoodie to get past the Strength check, which is the 4th thing in the Lighthouse... Well, technically the Dex check could also be a thing as well, because we're at 7 Dex, but it's pretty easy to get a point in Dex fairly easily. I wonder if there's some tech that we could do to where it's like, we're at 100% Doom, we pass the skill check, and then we switch to the Crestfallen Mask. Because it doesn't kick you out unless you're, what's it called? it doesn't kick you out to the ending screen until you hit resolve event, right? And so you can do the skill check, switch to the Crestfallen Mask, and then go back. I think that's something that you can do, and we might try it. I feel like that if we were ever going to try something like that, this would be the run to do it. Very strange. So this is a knowledge check, and I always seem to fail it, but I don't think the school is doomed. So there's literally no... Why does it say we have 11 knowledge? That scares me. Like, we shouldn't be failing a check at 11 knowledge, because it's literally, it's a D12. So how unlucky do you have to be? Especially considering the school is safe. Well, with that, I wouldn't say the school is safe, but, you know, when your park ranger friend is walking around patrolling the school, you're probably a lot safer than you would otherwise be. So we should just be able to do this. It's a 100% chance to kill. 12 knowledge is not actually that impressive, like, I'll be honest with you. I was expecting Clap Bow. I was expecting it to be a lot nicer, I guess you could say. This is a perception check, so I would rather take a detour for 2% Doom. Because I don't want to get an injury that's like, Mangled Hand! You take 1 damage every time you attack. And then it's like, okay, I guess I'll just die then. But I will say, like, we have a very nice build going. I mean, it's a clap and a bow, we know that. We don't need the Friend's Diary. It's the Leaning Tower of Scissors, so it's a clap and a bow. And I think if you were speedrunning, because you can change it mid-thing, you could probably just spam the button to start the ritual. And then if the first 2 combinations are wrong, you could just... like, change them. Clap, bow, bow. Okay, so clap, bow, bow, clap. Bow, okay. So it's clap, 2 bows, 1 clap in the middle right, and then a bow. I probably won't remember that, because I think that's a little much, but it exists. So now we have self-therapy. Library notes become a lot more useful. But we could also take Second Sight if we wanted to deal more damage to Eldritch enemies. But the problem is, the boss that we're going to fight is a beast. So there's no point taking Second Sight, because I can't really think of a beast enemy that's like, oh my god, if we fight this, we're gonna... like, maybe Hole-Ridden Thing? Like, if we're so colossally unlucky that, like, the one time we go to the mansion, we fight Hole-Ridden Thing. That's, like, the only beast enemy I can think of. Like, because Drowner Sponge is Eldritch. Drowner Sponge is Eldritch. But do we have to go to the seaside? I don't think we do, because it's the Perverted Centipede, right? So that's just downtown. So we'll go self-therapy, why not? And we could go even further beyond for the memes. I don't want to, but we could. Ah, screw it. The biggest brain. The biggest brain play is to completely embrace ridiculous excess. Like a true cultist of Slaanesh. Excessive, just excess in general. So contaminated water, that's kind of a bummer. What do we got? Arcane Storm. Oh no! Oh no! Does Arcane Storm even do anything? Like, does it increase the Doom by 1% for a spell? I have no idea. So Abnormal Arms and Coma. So Coma, we have to go to the village. So Folklore Studies could actually come in handy, which is pretty cool. But actually, do we even bother going to the village? I mean, maybe. We'll go ahead and do Coma, just so that we can get the... Yeah, there is no roads closed, so we'll go ahead and... The village is low threat level, so we can just go here and take the quick route, thank you. We can just go here and get one of the best items in the game and then just kind of hang out for a bit. Saying yes is just so bad, because you take -2 reason anyways, right? Like, you take plus 10% Doom, and you take -2 reason, or it's like -3 reason or something. So, I don't really like that one. We did take self-therapy, right? Okay. So, we could fish for spells that we really like, but we'll do that if we have to. Akamanto goes in the suitcase. is a word that I did not think I'd be saying today. We could probably easily dab on the bloated swimmer. And we have stamina for days, right? We've got money. The threat level, I don't know the threat level of the school. I'm pretty sure it's low, so we could actually heal from this, but not. Let's fight, dude. Well, let's see 13 knowledge in action. Let's get as much EXP as possible. So we'll go ahead and throw. And then we should just be able to do this, right? Yeah, it's a 95% chance. No way we fail that. 10 EXP for an item is probably not worth it, but if we want to have the biggest brain, we've got to do all that we can. So this is another situation. So we can do 20 damage, right? Like, that's pretty good. And so I'm just thinking, is there any way that we can just deal damage to this guy? Can we do 6 damage to him? I don't think we can, not without fishing for a spell. So let's do it. Let's take advantage of... I mean, that's nice, don't get me wrong, but we'll just, we can get it back later if we want it. Sacrilege, I know, but what we're fishing for is some sort of damage spell. That's what we want, and this is, I mean, this is the Kyrie strat. It is. No, I don't want to. That's a damage spell, but not exactly one that I want to use. I mean, this is not. We go up to 64. Or, sorry, not 64. That'd be insane. We go up to 61% Doom. Or sorry, 62% Doom, because the reason is 2 Doom for whatever reason. And then we kill him? Yeah, that's probably fine. It was 63! Aurora Borealis does do something on Athielizat. That's crazy. Absolutely insane. And we'll throw the wooden bat just so that we can do this. Just so that we can guarantee that it all happens. He's glitched! I'm an idiot! Oh, he's a glitched enemy, I'm a fool. He's glitched. No, oh, it doesn't. I don't think it'll matter. We still have Akamanto's. We still have Akamanto's mask in our back pocket, so it's fine. We're actually, I like the hospital being the doomed location, because you basically rarely go to the hospital. Which is weird to say, because, like, we have a mystery that's entirely dedicated to going to the hospital, and the next mystery, branded like cattle, no. Do you want to fight here? No, I don't really want to fight here. It would be fun, though. Like, do you think we could do it, though? Because it's doing, like, -4 to all. It's got, like, 40 health. No. I don't want to do that. Like, we still will probably win, but it's gonna be kind of sketchy. And if we want to do that strength check, like, I really should just put a point into strength here, just because. But 14 knowledge would be fun. And then we could never fail another knowledge check ever again. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it, dude. Oh, we need to pick a perk. That's right. I'll actually... Well, no. Arcane Grasp is bad, because we're not going to be keeping spells. We're going to be forgetting them. Leadership... Outdoorsman... Yeah, sure. I'll take Outdoorsman. It's not going to do anything, but we have it, just in case. And we got contaminated water, so there's no point. This is a weird run, because I basically just decided that strategy be damned. I want to have the most knowledge I've ever had in any run. And so here we are. It's very awkward. 2% Doom kind of sucks. Thank God the apartments are safe. You love to see that? The place that you live is safe. It's in a good neighborhood. There are no ghosts here. There are no literal twisted corpses on staircases. I am invoking the wrath of the game's RNG. I hope you will forgive me. But you do have creepy neighbors who are a little too close, I guess you could say. So we could Ithutu Flame and then kill him. But I'm a little bit scared about that because... Well, because here's the problem, right? Like, we take... We go up to 89% Doom. I think that's fine, actually. Yeah, I think that's fine. 91% Doom? Hello? I was lied to? So it's still totally fine. Do we dare? Okay, so we need to go to the monument. Like, let's just take care of that right now. And then we're gonna go to the monument again. -2 reason. That's a little bit concerning. Just a tad bit. We can forget the Ithutu Flame if we have to. I think we're still totally fine. So, 6-2, that's not good enough, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here. We're gonna wish for stamina, and here's what we're gonna do is we're gonna wish for more stamina. Hunger, who cares? Chance of losing stamina each time you lose reason. If it was paranoia, I'd be scared, but it's not paranoia, so we're completely fine. We'll go into this fight with desperation, and we'll be perfectly happy with how this is working. What's that picture? Whoa! Crazy, okay. So, in hindsight, I'm actually really glad that I didn't... Race for impact, we realistically do 20 damage. We realistically do 10 damage. And then we should be able to kill him this turn, even though we missed that. Because we can Desperation, this will do 9. So that'll do 9. And then this will do... It won't do 14, that's not how that works. It should do... yes, it should do 13. It should do 13. Even if it does 12, we still win. But it should do 13. Thank God for that. I hate how the double damage works in this game. Like, it would be completely broken if +1 damage doubled. So, like, instead of doing 10, you did 12 or whatever, but... I still hate that. Like, I still hate how it works, because then you have to be like, okay. And then, for some reason, some weapons, they don't even, like, function correctly, and they do different damage, and they don't double, which is so weird. Like, I think the Fire Axe doesn't double its damage properly. It does, like, a different value. Like, I don't even know how the game works sometimes, and it scares me. So it's like, obviously, I mean... You know, 13 plus 9, that gets us to our goal, but you have to double, like, you have to think, like, is it actually gonna do that? Like, is it actually gonna do, is it actually gonna do 9 plus 13, right? Like, it could do, like, the game is weird and can break, and I've been traumatized by how these weapons work, okay? So anyways, how's the lighthouse gonna go? Obsessed Man. Light source, we're good. Knowledge check? I mean, brother. We almost have doubled the knowledge check, which is absolutely hilarious. We'll level up by that point. We'll level up by the first event, so then we can get a point of strength, and then it's just smooth sailing throughout the rest of the thing, so... We're perfectly fine. If we wanted to be cheeky, we could rest if we wanted to, but we don't have to. It's Obsessed Man. We don't have to. Because, and this is true, maybe we should have taken Dexterity for just, like, fun, but we don't have to rest, because even if we were taking knowledge damage, we could forget Ithutu Flame for +2, which would, you know, obviously, like, even if we didn't have self-therapy, it would still work. The only way we'd be in, the only way where we would have to rest is if we were taking 2 sources of reason damage, which can only be the light source check and the charisma check. I don't think there is anything else in the lighthouse that can deal reason damage. So, as long as you have... So, we'd have to rest twice and then forget Ithutu Flame, or if we didn't have self-therapy, we'd have to rest 3 times and then forget Ithutu Flame. Which, in that case, we'd probably have to use the Crestfallen Mask, but because of choices that we made earlier in the run, we were completely fine. And sometimes it's okay. Like, the Spiral Hoodie is just so good, right? Like, the Spiral Hoodie is just, like, such an amazing item. I feel like I've been getting spoiled playing on Harbinger, playing on Timeline B, just because whenever you see Fear Festival, it's like, oh boy, I can't wait to get the best item in the game. Because Perception is, like, really bad unless you're playing Moriko. And so you don't mind just, like, losing -2 Perception to get +2 to Strength, which is, like, the best stat in the game, and then +2 to Dexterity, which has, like, a lot of skill checks. Like, the most skill checks are Knowledge, Perception, Dex, and Strength, I'm pretty sure. In that order, as far as, like, combat stats go. So, it's, like, when you get... So, it's true that Knowledge is the best, like, exploration stat, but a lot of the time, when there's multiple choices, at least one of those choices is a strength or dexterity check. And so getting +2 to both is amazing. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. My name is Webweaver. Have a good one. Bye.